Hi, this is Anand Chatur, and in this short clip today, we're going to see how you can log in as an admin, how you can see the dashboard, and what the dashboard entails. You can also see what quick links are. You can add a user to the system, you can add roles to those users. We'll show you how you can quickly add projects to the system, etc. So let us log in and see what we find in the dashboard. So this is your system admin dashboard. The quick links here are the same as you will see on the links on the configuration menu. So manage user, manage project, it's all the same. So whether you click it here or you come to the dashboard and click it, it's the same link. So let us quickly add a user to the system first. So on the right hand side up here you will see an add user link or a button. Click on that. I'm going to add myself again, and I'm going to call myself a portfolio manager this time. So first name, last name, pretty straightforward. Email address, and you can skip the fields you don't want to use, which are not mandatory. Email needs to be there and login name needs to be there along with the default roles. So let us actually add myself as a portfolio manager in this case. So you see a welcome email has been sent. The user has been successfully added. The welcome email should be in my Gmail account, and here it is, account creation, welcome email. This has the link that takes me to my website, that has the username and a temporary password. We obviously is recommended that the first time you log in you change your temporary password. So that's your manage user. Then you have manage project area where you can add a project. Again, you can access that using the configuration menu, or you can go back to home, dashboard, quick links, etc. Same concept. So manage project, you add a project. Let's call it Anand's project. And you can have a project number. That's an alphanumeric field, so based on company specifications and standards you can call them whatever you want. Your project start date, and based on the roles you've selected earlier, those people will drop down here in the various areas. So if you have 4 portfolio managers in the system, they'll drop down here. If you have 4 project managers in the system, they'll drop down here. So in this case it's we have a project manager and a portfolio manager, so I'm going to pick that person. It is important to note that when a project is first set up by an admin, the project manager and the portfolio manager roles need to be assigned. It cannot be left blank. Now whether it's the same person fulfilling both roles or it's different, that's completely dependent on what information is available when this project is set up. Every project can have multiple project managers or multiple portfolio managers based on the needs of the project, but during setup they need to be assigned a primary portfolio or a project manager like you see on the screen. The next field we'll talk about is the risk impact field. It's also called the impact horizon definition, and the values are somewhere in between near, midterm and far. And what this tells you is, how do I know what risk is coming and what risks I need to focus on. Hence you can define, based on your project needs, you can define here what you mean by near, midterm and far. And for example, you could have a project which has a schedule of a year, and you could have a project which could have a schedule of 30 days. Now the context is different for near, medium and far for both those projects, right? For a large project, for a longer duration project, you can probably have risks that are termed near as, say, something that comes in the next 30 days. A midterm could be 60 days, henceforth. But if it's a shorter project duration, 30-day for example, then you want to know what risks are coming the next 5 days. Those are near-term risks. What risks are coming the next 10 days? That could be midterm. I'm not saying you need to do it that exact way, but the team could sit down and the project manager can decide how he wants to see those risks and how those risks are categorized on the dashboard matrices, the horizon matrices. So then again you can focus on the reds obviously, and then you can also focus on the near risks that are coming up, the near risks, which are red in color. So again, it adds further specificity and further focus to your risk management plans. And then finally you have the project status field, which has two options like I'm showing you here, open and closed. Obviously when you create a project you want to keep that as open, and then once you do that you hit the save button. We can talk about closed as well, and that'll be a separate video, and I'll discuss what open and closed mean and how what dynamic functionality happens in the system when you actually toggle the field from an open project to a closed project or a closed project to an open project.